licensing is very powerful. So Netflix, very straightforward. Netflix, their revenue number keep growing up. So now it's like growing another 17% year on year. The great about this business is for them is recurring. People keep paying. When people keep paying, there's a lot of CapEx go back in. But the CapEx, can they have so-called leverage effect with all the content they generated? Can their content go far? So this is the question. Yeah. After these shows end, everything end, and even these shows end, people still continue to watch. How long till they can get to keep their subscriber, and would they generate additional like return from the content they create? So first thing is, good thing their revenue still grow by 17%. Very respectable. When they are making 10 billion, it's still 17%. Yeah, of course there are some better ones, but it's very respectable business for me. Anything that grow by anything like 15% above year on year one, it is very good business already. Their EPS dropped down, and there's a reason to it. Their operating margin dropped down, and then it's because of this EPS, the share price went down. And yeah, so there's a very healthy free cash flow, 2.6 billion. Yeah, free cash flow. In Q4, there's more things coming up, but I don't know whether you guys watch or not. Stranger Things, Love is Blind, or Emily in Paris, Culinary Class War. Yep, so these are the content that people will subscribe to watch. So there's a lot more series. There's big movie. If you ask me, I also don't know all this. I don't know all this. So there's some live game, NFL game. There's some boxing game. They also stream some live sports event. You know this K-pop Demon Hunter, 325 million view. And what is interesting right here? Earlier today, we announced Mattel and Hasbro have each been named a global core master toy licensee for K-pop Demon Hunter. Means right now they license this to their partner to sell toys. This is a very similar move like Disney. In other words, I always thought that the content that they create, there's no long tail. But this thing show that there is a potential long tail. Means it can carry on. Licensing is very powerful, especially you have the IP. Recently, I really drawn to licensing business. ARM, Dolby, I think it is a great potential to show, but it's not for sure. Let's sit down in this and look at Disney. Guess how much Disney per quarter make in terms of licensing, not licensing business. How much they make every quarter? It's 1 billion every quarter just by licensing. 1 billion. And then licensing is high margin one. You don't even do anything, you just license out. Yeah. So it's not to say that with this K-pop Demon Hunter, they can make 1 billion, but with the IP that they have potential to do a lot of licensing, where this one is the first one that I see. And they already proven that, right? People who go through their platform, right, they can easily distribute their content, and they can easily find out which content is the hittest one. And with the IP, right, they can do a lot of things. This is Disney, this is not Netflix. Disney, in terms of like the consumer product, right? 1 billion. 1 billion every year. Yeah. I don't know why their margin is just 50%. They have some operating costs right here. I don't know why the cost is so high, but top line is 1 billion. And then like bottom line 500 million, still a lot. Yep. And next thing is about their ads growth. Their ads growth, they didn't share much about their ads revenue. They didn't even share their subscriber number right now. So they just share that their ads revenue is going to double. But as long as it's growing, why not? Yep. So their ads number is growing. Right now they integrate with the Amazon, the DSP as well. AJ, I don't know, they have already integrated with the Trade Desk before it. So they also have the partnership with Trade Desk. So that's why their ads growth have doubled this year, and then they are looking to have more, because this like ad subscription type, right, is not open to all region. If I'm not wrong, it's just America and Canada, if I'm not wrong. And then they already experiencing this type of growth. Imagine they grow to other region and have this plug into the Netflix. And actually, it's just a switch of the button. It's just a switch of the button to switch on the X subscription tier. It's just whether or not they want to switch on. So this is the ads growth portion. And another thing that I find in the statistics, right, is very interesting. They also shared TV time. They shared TV time. So this is a TV time in US and TV time in like UK. Yeah, so TV time in US, they use like Nielsen's to do the research, right? So there's like all other streaming is 37%. So all other streaming, I assume, is like Disney Plus, Hulu, HBO, all right? And then there's linear TV, all those like I would say satellite TV, and the rest. So Netflix is standing at 8.6%. That means there's still room to grow lah. Yeah. And of course, they also buy content or have collaboration content from Spotify. So Spotify, they have some channels that create some interesting content. They also brought it over. So for example, the sports content and true crime content and cultural lifestyle content. This is the content that initially when I go to some podcast event in Singapore, these are the type of content, right? Do very well in Spotify. So-called conspiracy theory, serial killer, and haunted house, haunted stories. But how much does it help? I don't know. But I just thought it's just some like plus point. Industry consolidation. Now, this is the thing whereby I think they might not be buying Warner Bros. So they said, we have been clear in the past that we have no interest in owning legacy media network. And there's no change there. We'll be more the builder than buyer. We think we have plenty of runway for growth without fundamentally changing that book. Yeah, I believe they will not buy it. So there's always been competition, there's consolidation, there's wave of like things come and go, like Disney Fox, like even like Discovery, Warner Bros, so-called Amazon, MJ. So these are all things that come about. But the competitive landscape doesn't change. And for them, they are still looking at organic growth, profitable organic growth, in another sense that they put in capex to grow their content, grow their IP, rather than just buy over the whole production house and buy the other IP. Nothing much. I believe they have confidence on generating their own content. They have like confidence in some of the production house that they partner with. But all in all, the share price dropped by 10%. This is the market reaction. One of it is by this like Brazilian tax. So they have this tax invoice by Brazilian government. They charge them 690 million, and this 619 one-time tax charge. And if the tax charge is not in right, actually their net income is higher, their EPS is higher. And in actual fact, it even beats the estimate operating margin. And because of this, the share price dropped because like the diluted EPS dropped by $1. So in the end of the day, what is the action we can take right here? For me, I didn't take any actions in Netflix. There's B2B behind, but for me, this is a consumer business. B2C. That's why I miss out. I miss out a lot. Will I continue to miss out? At this current moment, by pure valuation, they are at 10 times price to sales. And average is like around 8 to 10 times. Compared to software company, right? Software company, it can be 15 times price to sales because of the growth rate. This valuation for me is quite high. But 10 times, right, actually is quite enticing if they're growing their licensing business. But at the moment, I don't understand that portion yet. I don't understand that portion for Netflix. Yeah, I don't know how much they can license. Time price to sales, right? This is quite enticing. 8-time price to sales, single digit price to sales is quite enticing, especially this kind of platform business, but B2C. Yeah, one of the things that I also find myself fall into is like slow to change, too stuck with some philosophy and principle. Yeah, if like 800, right, I will buy 1-2 share. If there's a choice, right, I'll rather invest in Spotify than invest in Netflix. Because Spotify, for the longest time, right, they didn't change their pricing model. For Netflix, they have continuously raised the price after COVID 1, 2, 3, 4, don't know how many times already. But Spotify hasn't changed yet. I always thought everyone should have different portfolio, and it's everyone's choice to choose what company to invest. And that's why even some of the companies that I didn't invest, I also covered my thoughts. And maybe you like Meta. Yeah, by all means, you can continue to invest in Meta. Yeah, and the result is you have better result.
Thanks for watching to the end. If you like this, do subscribe and comment on what you would like us to cover next, and share this with your friend who are building their wealth too.